There are people who enter your life like a blessing, but leave behind lessons that feel carved into your soul. They do not always come loudly. Sometimes they arrive with a smile across a crowded room, a message sent at exactly the wrong time, a touch that feels too familiar, or a conversation that makes you wonder, where have you been all my life? And before you understand what is happening, your heart begins running ahead of your mind. You start imagining a future. You start decoding every silence. You start feeling like destiny has finally found your address. But astrology teaches us something very important. Not every powerful connection is meant to become peaceful love. Some people feel heavenly because they awaken the parts of us that were asleep. They make us feel desired, chosen, alive, magnetic, young again, fearless again. But the same person who makes your heart rise can also become the mirror of your deepest wound. That is where love begins to feel like karma. These 7 zodiac signs are unforgettable not because they are cruel, cold, or impossible to love. No, in fact, many of them love deeply, beautifully, even dangerously. The problem is that their energy is intense. They can make a simple romance feel like a movie, a spiritual awakening, a fever, a confession, a war, and a miracle all at once. They do not give you ordinary feelings. They give you memories. They give you emotional earthquakes. They give you the kind of love story you still think about years later, even when you have moved on, changed your hair, deleted the messages, and promised yourself you no longer care. So do not fall too fast. Do not hand them the keys to your inner world before you know whether they are ready to stay. Because some signs love like fire, some love like a song, some love like a storm, some love like a dream that disappears in the morning, and some love like heaven at first, but if you lose yourself in them, the ending may feel like karma collecting an old debt. Aries. Aries can feel like the beginning of a life you were too afraid to live. They arrive with heat, confidence, laughter, bold eye contact, and that thrilling energy of someone who does not ask permission from fate. When Aries wants you, you feel it immediately. They chase with a spark that makes you believe you are the most desirable person in the room. They text first, touch your hand first, say what others only hint at, and make love feel simple, brave, and almost teenage again. That is why people fall too fast for Aries, because their desire feels honest. But Aries love is not always patient love. Their emotions can burn hot before their soul has decided whether it is ready for depth. They may want you fiercely in the beginning, then suddenly feel trapped by the very intensity they created. One week they are making you feel chosen. The next, they are distant, restless, irritated, or looking for a fight just to feel something move. With Aries, the karma is this: they awaken your courage, but they also test your self-respect. If you run after them every time they pull away, you may lose your balance. Love an Aries slowly. Let their fire prove it can become warmth, not just flame. Gemini. Gemini love feels like oxygen after a long emotional winter. They make you laugh when you were ready to cry. They notice strange little things about you. They ask questions that feel intimate without being heavy. With Gemini, even an ordinary walk can become a story, a joke, a confession, a secret universe built from words. They can make you feel younger, smarter, more interesting, more alive. Falling for Gemini is dangerous because it often begins in the mind before the heart realizes it has already surrendered. But Gemini is ruled by motion, curiosity, and duality. Their love can be sincere and still inconsistent. They may adore you at midnight and need space by morning. They may say the most beautiful thing, then disappear into silence because their own feelings frighten them. Gemini does not always leave because they do not care. Sometimes they leave because they care and do not know what to do with the depth. Their karma is confusion. They make you question what was real, what was performance, what was fear, and what was love. If you fall too fast, you may become addicted to the version of them that appears only when they are emotionally lit up. With Gemini, listen carefully not only to their words, but to their pattern. A Gemini who truly loves you will not just entertain your heart, they will learn how to protect it. Leo. Leo can make love feel royal. When they choose you, the world seems brighter. They praise you in a way that reaches places inside you nobody touched before. They want to show you off, protect you, celebrate you, pull you into their golden circle and make you feel like the main character of your own life. Leo love can be generous, dramatic, loyal, passionate, and unforgettable. Many people fall too fast for Leo because Leo does not love quietly. Even their attention feels like applause. But here is the secret. Leo's love is powerful, yet their pride is even more powerful when they feel wounded. If a Leo feels unappreciated, embarrassed, Compared, ignored, or emotionally rejected, their warmth can turn into distance that feels almost theatrical. They may not beg. They may not explain. They may simply step back, shine elsewhere, and let you wonder if you ever mattered. And that can hurt deeply, because Leo once made you feel like the center of the universe. The karmic lesson with Leo is about worth. They teach you the beauty of being adored, but also the danger of needing someone else's admiration to feel valuable. Do not fall too fast for a Leo only because they make you feel special. Wait until you see how they handle disappointment, conflict, vulnerability, and your imperfect days. A mature Leo will love you like sunlight. An immature one may love you like a spotlight, bright, intoxicating, and gone the moment the stage changes. Libra. Libra is one of the easiest signs to fall for and one of the hardest to understand afterward. Their love begins softly, a beautiful conversation, a thoughtful compliment, a look that seems to say, "I see the part of you everyone else misses." Libra knows how to create emotional atmosphere. They can make a date feel like a scene from an old romantic movie. Candlelight, laughter, elegance, gentle teasing, accidental touches, music in the background even when there is no music at all. Around Libra, love feels graceful. It feels possible. It feels like life finally became kinder. But Libra's shadow is indecision. They may desire harmony so much that they avoid uncomfortable truths. They may flirt with certainty, then hesitate when love demands a real choice. They can make you feel adored without fully committing, not because they are empty, but because they are often afraid of choosing wrong, hurting someone, being trapped, or losing the fantasy of perfect balance. And this is where Libra love can hurt like karma. You may feel like you are in a relationship emotionally, while they are still weighing invisible scales. Do not fall too fast for Libra's charm. Charm is not the same as devotion. Beauty is not the same as bravery. A Libra who truly loves you will move beyond sweetness into clarity. They will stop keeping every door half open. They will choose peace, yes, but not at the cost of your heart. With Libra, wait for actions. Their words may feel like silk, but real love must have a spine. Scorpio. Scorpio is one of the most karmic loves in the zodiac. Falling for Scorpio rarely feels casual. Even the first eye contact can seem charged, as if something ancient has recognized you. Scorpio does not flirt in a light way when they are truly interested. They study you, they feel you, they sense what you are not saying. And when they decide to open up, even a little, it feels like a privilege. Their love can feel heavenly because it is total. They do not just want your time, they want your truth. They want the hidden version of you, the wounded version, the dangerous version, the part you protect from everyone else. With Scorpio, intimacy feels magnetic, emotional, physical, spiritual all at once. Many people mistake that intensity for eternal safety. That is where the trouble begins. Because Scorpio can love deeply, but they also remember deeply. If they feel betrayed, humiliated, lied to, taken for granted, or emotionally manipulated, they do not simply get over it. Their pain turns into silence, control, distance, or emotional tests that can leave you feeling like you are constantly being measured. Scorpio often hurts not because they do not care, but because they care too much and fear losing power in love. Their karma is emotional obsession. They can make you feel so deeply seen that no ordinary romance satisfies you afterward. But if the relationship turns toxic, you may spend years trying to understand where passion ended and punishment began. Never fall too fast for Scorpio just because the chemistry feels destined. Sometimes it is destiny, but sometimes it is a lesson about trust, boundaries, and the price of giving your soul to someone who has not yet healed their own. Capricorn. Capricorn is not always the obvious heartbreak sign, and that is exactly why they can be so dangerous. Their love often begins with stability, reliability, quiet strength, good manners, protective energy. They may not flood you with dramatic confessions on day one, but they make you feel safe in a world full of chaos. Capricorn listens carefully, notices what you need, and often shows love through action long before they say anything poetic. They can drive across the city for you, remember every important detail, help solve your problems, and make your life feel more grounded. Their love feels heavenly because it gives structure to feelings that once felt messy. With Capricorn, you may think, finally, someone serious. Finally, someone I can trust. But Capricorn has one of the hardest emotional shells in the zodiac. They can be deeply loving and still emotionally unavailable in crucial moments. They may give you loyalty, support, and presence, yet struggle to reveal fear, pain, tenderness, or uncertainty. If they have been hurt before, they may treat vulnerability like a weakness they can never afford. So while you are falling deeper, they may still be trying to control the pace, protect themselves, or hide behind work, goals, and responsibilities. Capricorn's karmic wound in love is emotional restraint. They can make you feel secure, then suddenly distant. They can stay physically present while becoming spiritually unreachable. And that hurts in a very specific way because you are not grieving chaos. You are grieving the warmth that almost became home. Do not fall too fast for Capricorn only because they seem dependable. Dependability is precious, but love also needs emotional courage. A healed Capricorn will build with you. An unhealed one may love you in every practical way while starving you emotionally. Pisces. Pisces is the sign most likely to make love feel like a dream sent from another world. They are tender, intuitive, soulful, romantic, and often capable of loving with breathtaking emotional beauty. Pisces can make you feel special without even trying. They sense moods. They pick up on longing. They notice the sadness behind your smile, the loneliness in your joke, the hope in your silence. When Pisces loves you, it can feel like rest, like forgiveness, like finally being loved for the parts of you that are soft, imperfect, complicated, and hard to explain. Falling for Pisces happens quickly because being with them can feel like stepping into a gentler universe. But Pisces carries both magic and illusion. They can love with their whole heart, yet still become lost in fantasy, fear, avoidance, or emotional inconsistency. Sometimes Pisces sees not who you are, but who they hope you could be. Sometimes they promise emotionally more than they can sustain in real life. When conflict arrives, they may withdraw, disappear into confusion, act helpless, or avoid the direct conversation that could save the relationship. Their karma is emotional idealization. They make you believe in soul-level love, then break your heart when reality asks them to become more grounded than their feelings know how to be. With Pisces, the pain is subtle but deep. You do not just miss the person, you miss the dream you built with them. And that dream can haunt you longer than the relationship itself. Do not fall too fast for Pisces just because they make your soul feel understood. Make sure they can love you not only in emotion, but in truth, consistency, and real life. So who are these 7 zodiac signs whose love feels like heaven and hurts like karma? They are Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. Each of them offers something intoxicating: passion, excitement, devotion, beauty, depth, stability, or soul-level tenderness. But each of them also carries a shadow that can wound the heart, and love moves faster than wisdom. The lesson is not to fear these signs. The lesson is to approach them awake. Do not confuse intensity with destiny. Do not confuse chemistry with character. Do not confuse attention with commitment. Some loves enter your life to stay. Others enter to transform you. And sometimes the most beautiful people are also the ones who teach you the hardest lessons, not because they were evil, but because you met them before you learned how to protect your own heart.
For your attention. I believe you liked this video, so share with me your feedback. It's very important. I read all your comments, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, my favorite viewers. You are the best.